Why is Marvel this good? God damn it.
Hey guys, welcome to
Hi.
an Awesome Series channel. I'm OJ. With me as always we have Luis Jimenez, Luis Serrano, and my God, we're talking about WandaVision today. This is the after show.
Hi.
I don't even know how to start this intro. I'm just wow. We just saw this right now.
Wanda knows what's going on.
I know that.
is
Come on.
Monica was blipped. We thought she wasn't, and she was.
And she was, but I don't. Let's just. Whew. Okay, let's just start. Wow.
Jimmy Woo again. God bless him.
Okay, here we go. Let's start with that. Okay. Whew, okay, rundown. What did we see today? What did we saw in this episode? Louis, go ahead. Give us a quick summary.
Wanda's crazy. Monica was blipped. Maria's dead, sadly. And Darcy's back, and she's an awesome duo with Jimmy Woo. I honestly want a show of them too. They make a good duo, not like relationship wise, but
just
two
a
good
duo.
sidekick
Duo.
friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me an X-Files shows with those two.
Give me a show within a show within this show.
Wanda's just she's just like, hey, I'm gonna accept my reality, and if you try to take that away from me, I'm gonna
just get you out of here. Get you out of here. Get out of Westview.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Wow. You good? You good there?
One shot. I want to talk about. Oh, am I still lagging?
No, you're good. You're good. You're good.
It happens. It's okay.
That shot with Vision, where it's his corpse with the hole in his head.
That's fantastic makeup design. That's no CG. That's someone who made that color and that hole and just that.
I want to take a quick pause here and just be like, wow. All right, I like that you bring that up, but I don't even know how to start this. Remember, we have a system for these kind of shows for after show.
Yeah, we
have a summary.
Yes.
We have a little bit of a breakthrough. We see Easter eggs. We speculate. We have theories, but this is just there's no way to follow up with the system right now. We apologize greatly because it's really hard to contain our.
This is gonna be X amount of minutes of just fangirling about one particular episode, and where it some theories is still up in the air, but it is still a great episode where I felt that it was a filler episode, but it isn't, and I'll explain why it isn't. It's not a filler episode because obviously it didn't contribute. It's not that it didn't contribute to the plot. It's just the first 3 episodes is Wanda's vision, it's Wanda's world, and then here comes this episode where we were thinking about this in the last episode that also, so Sword just comes in, barging in, trying to go to Monica, and we're like, so wait, they've been camping here for a while. And it's on this episode where we figure out
a while will be a couple of days. I mean, well, actually, technically, Darcy is the one that takes a couple of days.
A couple of days. They've been there for say, bastante tiempito. They showed Monica's I guess.
Oh, okay.
Rebirth in a way, because she.
Let's take this step by step from beginning to end. So essentially, obviously, guys. Sorry, no disclaimer. I feel like you should know by now. This is full spoilers. We're going to be speculating. We're going to be talking about the show and everything. So first thing we see as soon as we start, I'm going to go ahead and be like, I knew it. We were going to start as soon as we left off, but I was also wrong because we did not do that. I was like, ooh, we're going to start as soon as we left off. I had that wrong. What I did get right is that I said that we were going to this episode was going to be a full-on Sword episode. We're going to understand what's happening. And that's exactly what happened. And I'm so glad. So interesting you said this is a filler episode, but not really. I have to agree to this. I guess we're going to have to agree to disagree. I feel like this is one of the best episodes we've gotten.
I mean, okay. I say it's filler, but it's not a bad episode.
Let's be honest.
I'm just saying filler because there's barely any Wanda. It's
I don't care. I don't need to see Wanda. Fuck that.
I understand.
At this point, I don't care. This is what I want to see. If you think about it, the other episode we've seen are technically the filler episodes. This is what's happening. Technically, this is what's really happening.
Right,
That's what I
okay,
loved. So we
okay.
start off, we see Monica Rambeau. We hear something. It was so beautifully shot. Here's the thing. I was just in awe of how they choreographed. I'm going to say choreographed on how they made that script on that beginning scene. Whoever wrote that, whoever directed that, beautiful, man. Because we never really got to see how, like we joked about it in Spider-Man when when they got back, right?
Yeah.
But we never really understood what happened, how it felt like. That was there. So we saw how awful it was to get snapped, but we didn't think about how awful it would have been to be blipped, which just means coming back. We saw it as a joke in Spider-Man. The band goes into like the basketball court when everyone's playing a game, and a tuba player just gets smacked in the head.
Back in the head. Yeah.
We're like, haha, that's funny. But then you're like, oh shit. Well, like, I don't even know why I never had the question, like, what would happen if, this happens in a hospital? And that's what we see right here. We see Monica Rambeau. She's waiting for her mom, which is devastating, by the way. So she wakes up in a chair, and I love how you see how she hears the voices of her mom, and then she turns her into herself, and then she's like, she looks at herself like, she's turning back. She's being de-snapped. She's being blimped. I love the particle effect going into, bringing her back.
Because that's how it
didn't get
felt.
to see that.
No, and also that's kind of how it felt when Thanos snapped. It's just particles upon particles, and
exactly. But then it just came back. And
now doing the La Inversa, and it's just the voices of Monica's like mom and even Captain Marvel, like very going like,
yeah,
look, it's Captain Marvel. Shit.
Yeah, she went to come to see her friend when she was dying.
Holy shit.
So we see this commotion in the hospital. I loved it. I loved the doctor. It was so quick and so nice. Like, to be honest, and I had this conversation with Rachel when I saw that scene, because I had to pause it. I was just I was so happy. It was so beautiful. It's that a lot of people say like, oh, these brand new movies like superhero films, Marvel is like ruining cinema. I have to disagree, man. There is no better storytelling than this. That was like, yes, you need to know about the past to understand this. But here's the thing: even when you know what happened, the way they tell this, and how they keep explaining, and how quickly you can understand what's going on without even actually knowing about the past. In 5 minutes, they gave you full exposition. She was gone. She clearly appeared. She sees people appearing. She's bumping into people. She sees this commotion. The doctor says we don't have occupation for all these people. And all of a sudden, we see a doctor that talks to her and explains to her what's going on. That was beautiful. Next on it, I love the little introduction of Sword. I like how it's going. I like what's happening. I love the little twist. I'm going to say it's a bit of a callback to S.H.I.E.L.D., how it used to say, S.H.I.E.L.D. was supposed to protect the world and not be making weapons, kind of like, the plot of Avengers, where we find out why they're using the Tesseract. And it's a bit of a callback to that, and I love it because, and then the director of Sword gives her the kind of like the same kind of speech. It's like, oh, why are they trying to... It's like, oh, man, the world isn't the way it used to be. We haven't had the same threats. And then she goes, oh, well, we had threats and allies. And I'm like, ooh, Captain Marvel. I'm like, ooh. Hey, that's interesting.
That's interesting.
So
also,
I like that.
quick side note. The Maria's death happened 3 years from that point on. So
from the snap.
From the snap. That's why pues me gusta el hecho de como que hasta Mónica pensó como que no, pero she was
fine,
good.
yeah.
She was fine, the treatment, and then the cancer came back. It's just that what to her was 20 minutes, it was 3 full years. Y ella no está notando eso because, of course, when you come through and she wasn't even, y lo más caro es que she was sleeping. I was just sleeping. I was just like, closing my eyes. And then,
in a way, it kind of lets you know how, like, Thanos kept his word. It's going to be peaceful. No pain.
No pain.
I like that continuity. So next on the agenda, they call her up to go to Westview. And I love how she's theorizing, and it helps us theorize. Like, okay, how come the police officers who are in Westview, in New Jersey, they don't remember? They're like, there's no Westview here. This never existed. And I like how Wu goes like, oh, it's not a case about a missing person. It's a missing town. I'm like, oh, that's quirky. Then we see the drones, which is like, I'm excited because I knew it. I knew it has something to do with the outside world. I did speculate it was a real helicopter. I was wrong.
Yeah,
but it was still but it has something to do with it.
And something that I forgot is the shield, the shield of sword. Yeah, that was it. I was like, oh, so why is the coloring? Also, that was in the show as the color. Like when Jimmy looked at the picture and said, "Did you color this?"
Yeah. Did you color this? No.
That's how it looked.
Okay, so we have that. What do we have next? What happened? Oh, I fucking love the scene with I forgot her name. Louis, the scientist.
Darcy.
Darcy, thank you. So Darcy, you bring Darcy, and you're like, okay, she's smart. She starts cracking this open. I love the fact that I actually love when like
Jimmy.
Monica goes through the thing, and I'm like, that's an interesting way of.
Which
I just like how they just get.
Yeah, and that was something I got wrong, which I thought, oh, so Monica's honest. No, she just kind of got sucked in, and I guess played the part to.
Yeah.
Find what's going on.
Yeah. And and there's another thing. So the things that happen in there get affected on the world over here because, and I want to get to that at some point, but we see the sword FBI, all these agencies working together. I love that. I love that Darcy just quickly figures out what's going on. She's watching it. There's sitcoms. I like how we get to see like the first, the ending of the first episode. We're like, oh, so that was Darcy taking notes and watching.
Right.
That's cool. Then we get to see how when they're bringing someone into the place. It's a hazmat suit that as he goes through the little portal thing, it turns into a beekeeper. I love that. And then at the end, we get to the Monica Rambeau part with Wanda, where she literally blows her out, fixes everything, and then pretends like nothing happened. But that one scene, before I get to that, Darcy, I love how she's reacting to us. Like, let me forget, he's dead, right? Like, that's Wanda, cool, but he's dead. Vision is like not like snapped and blimp. No,
snapped and blimp. Dead. Existence is nowhere to be found.
So they know what happened. They know what's going on, right? So like, why is Wanda here? Here's the thing. I guess they're assuming that after the battle of, oh Jesus Christ, I'm so sorry. After the battle in Avengers HQ, whatever, that they were fine. So what happened? We don't know this. And then we get to the scene where Wanda turns around and she sees Vision, and it's dead. The Vision that was dead. When I tell you that I got fucking goosebumps, like I felt my chills down my spine. It was Louis, I want you to talk about that scene because you've been quiet, and I know you really wanted to talk about that scene. So
It's just snapping to reality. That's just.
I didn't see it coming.
No.
Like dead as.
No.
Because
Rachel did, by the way. Rachel did. She saw him. She was like, "No, wait, hold up," and then that happened, and I was like, "Ah!"
Because we had seen that scene prior, like from Wanda's point of view, where Vision's just like, yo, where'd Geraldine go? And he was fine. I thought that entire scene would play normally like that.
Mm-hmm.
So when she turns around and you have that shot of just gray Vision without soulless, literally, I was like, I just stood still. I was like, that's fucked, Marvel. That's so fucked.
But I love it though. They're doing such a good job.
They really thought you thought Doctor Strange is gonna be horror. Wait until we see this thing. This is just a peak of the iceberg, my guy. All right, we're gonna actually spook you when we want you to get spooked, because that's just the gravitas of the moment. And I think es verdad. I thought, okay, so this is just what happened in the third episode. It's gonna play out the same way, but upon second seeing, because now I'm actually watching this 2 times, one in the morning and then one before doing the recording, I paused and I said, it's a silhouette, and actually his makeup is completely different from the shot earlier in the third episode. Yeah. But that is upon second looking. On the first one, you thought in the house, so it's just the same.
Yeah, this is the same thing. You have to be looking for it.
Then they give me this basically brain dead Vision talking, seeing ojo, seeing eyeballs. I'm like, what? Huh?
And here's the thing. I love how Vision goes like, we can go any, we don't want to be here. and she tells him, we can't. We're gonna be okay here. I have everything under control. And now I'm gonna go into full theories here. So obviously, Wanda's, I don't know. I feel like it's too obvious. I feel like that's what they want us to think, that Wanda is in control.
But she isn't.
I feel like she is and she isn't. I love how when we started, Louis said she's accepted her reality. So it brings me to think that, yes, she has control over some things. But I feel like she made a deal with someone, and someone was like, okay, I'll give you this, but this is what's going to happen. Like it has to, like, a deal with someone, huh? Quote, quote, the devil, quote, quote, Mephisto, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep bringing him up, man, because I want that story to be the thing.
I knew you were gonna bring it up. So I was like, man, they don't really give us Mephisto technically. There's not even anything. But como que, okay, a force field in the middle of Westfield, New Jersey.
And here's
que
the
no
thing.
Existe, and I'm like,
and here's the thing: when we see Wanda, I don't know why. When we see Wanda use her like magic the way we've normally seen it,
yes,
she's kind of also like, she can't believe she could do it, or that she did it. I don't know if you know what I mean. Like, we haven't really seen her power.
okay.
We saw her in the first episode. We see her move things and whatnot, but that's just like normal, sort of like levitating. We don't never see her use her chaos magic.
Yeah, ella mismo se dijo, pero de esto,
I did this. Like, I have
this.
power. Like, this is my power. Yeah, like she forgot. So I think that someone, I'm going to be honest, I feel like Mephisto was like, let's make a deal. You can be with your loved one, but you have to stay here, and something has to be coming out of it. I don't know what it is yet. And I love how they were able to identify a lot of people.
Actual people. Like actual people.
Yes.
Playing roles. Yes. Okay, perdón.
Oh, shit. Exactly. But then you have Agnes.
Oh, yeah.
They wasn't identified. Right. They never mentioned her. I feel like they left that up for us to speculate and whatnot, but
claro.
Yes. And this brings me to the
because es verdad, they've been mentioning everyone who's in the show and try to identify, and it's been 3 episodes and no Agnes. And Agnes has been in all 3 episodes in one way or another.
They haven't been able to identify.
True. Wow. Yeah, that's Feige putting us that little see, like, hey, so they didn't identify Agnes.
It could be. I don't know what you. So I honestly feel like next episode will be the Halloween episode.
See, I agree. I think that's it. This is it. This is where shit turns into
That's
fan.
the one where everything's gonna be revolutionized.
I have a couple of things to say about that episode.
Go ahead,
please.
I found some leaks of things, and I'm not gonna say it out loud. I'm not gonna spoil anyone. I'm not gonna spoil anyone's fun. It's just interesting as fuck, and like, certain people are gonna like have their minds awoke. They're gonna be like, wait a minute, and the entire audience is gonna be like, wait a minute. And it's gonna be, like Luis said, it's gonna be the one that, like, you know, literally shit hits the fan. That's all I'm gonna say.
So wait, it was 9 episodes in total, right, Luis?
There's 9.
Okay, this means that for those of you who are watching 9, that means the next, So next episode, instead of it being covered through YouTube, we're going to have a little bit of a mix. We're going to be talking about it here real quick, but we're going to be talking about it in depth in the podcast. So if you want to hear us talk about that, it's going to be in the podcast. It's going to be a full episode of us talking fully about what we thought about the series so far, what we think is going to happen with the other series of Marvel, and how we think this series is going to end. That would be like the mid-season kind of breakthrough on the podcast. Carrying on, Louis, you said that's going to be insane from the leaks you saw.
It's going to be like all I'm going to say, without spoiling a thing, people are going to see familiar faces.
Fantastic.
That's it.
That's all we need.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That's all I'm gonna say.
It's this episode, and we got familiar faces. So having another episode, having more, please.
I can't wait. I will say something I'm very excited about. Sorry, my cat's right there. He just started meowing. So something I'm excited about is we got some trailers today, like they're like sneak peeks and like first looks and things. I saw one that is it's Vision going through the force field, and then when he goes through, Louis backing away. I love this. So when
I
he
haven't
goes
seen
through
it, so now I'm here just like,
oh, you haven't seen that? Okay, so it's a first look from.
okay,
It's
claro.
not. It's like another trailer. It's like another trailer that they
Right.
released. So we in one of the scenes we see Vision going through the force field, and then immediately as soon as he goes out, he's on his knees. Louis, don't say anything because I know you know about this. I know you know about this.
Without knowing anything, especially since there's sneak peeks, so obviamente no, they don't give you the full context of it. Danny, que tú lo conoces, was mentioning before streaming this. What if Wanda is just carrying Vision's body throughout this?
I thought
And
of
he's
that.
just making him do things as if like, oh, Vision.
That's what I was thinking.
It's just a corpse.
That's what I was thinking as well, because here's the thing.
So fucked.
I was thinking the same thing when I saw the scene in this episode where he's all gray and that. But then in that trailer, here's the thing. In the trailer that they released, the little scenes they released today, we see Vision going through the portal. But as soon as he goes through, he just like he's on his knees. It looks like he's screaming, but I think he's just falling dead, truth be told. So right. This is where I basically, the theory of me still thinking that this is Mephisto or other entity. I don't care if it's not Mephisto, but I feel like this isn't Wanda doing everything. I feel like Wanda just accepted it. She made a deal with someone, and Vision is conscious there, but he's still dead. You know what I'm saying? Like in this reality, Vision didn't die, but he looks fucked up.
And even in this episode in particular, I mean, in every episode, he is kind of cracking into reality. So
little by little, yes.
Obviously, el primero es como, Wanda que sí, okay, the beekeeper was like the first hint. The second episode was...
Well, in the second episode, we got the...
No, perdón.
No, the first episode was the repeating, the choking,
that's the choking. The second episode was the beekeeper. The third episode was...
Monica Rambeau. Monica and yeah.
And then this one, I think we got like I guess an extended few seconds of Vision kind of like looking at Wanda, como que, espérate, this bitch is crazy. Like this is not okay. And he's been mentioning this. I remember the third episode where he said, Wanda, I think something's wrong here. Como que, something's obviously wrong. He's being conscious. Que ahí donde digo, pues, okay, he knows he's alive. Which brings me to this next episode, que I think this is the episode que Agnes dice que you're dead.
Like you're dead.
Y digo como que, okay, so aquí que se jode, because then now Vision's going to just have that thought in his head and be like, Wanda, I'm not here. Como que, ¿qué tú haces? Who am I? Like, ¿quién yo soy para ti?
That would be insane. Like, look, I love how Louis been silent this whole time, and it's because he knows more than us. So he's gonna stay quiet for the remainder of this episode. Look, man, I don't even know, man. This is just full on theorizing and everything.
I do love that this episode just makes me fully appreciate Kevin Feige, everyone at Marvel that
definitely
are putting just story.
They put in the time.
Because I think you can make a Marvel movie. As at this point, superhero TV shows has been done before WandaVision, especially DC. But even those shows are, and sad to say it, pale in comparison to just 4 episodes por el momento of how WandaVision just ties in actual movie lore into TV and kind of just branch out the story más allá de las películas. So now it's not, oh, I have to watch every episode, every movie to get it out. Now it's like, no, you kind of have to see some episodes.
Yeah,
people, Agents of Shields. If y'all were into Agents of Shields and then watching movies, ahora this is full on. You have to watch certain episodes of these new shows to fully understand not just the characters in the show, but the lore itself, the story, the new experimental story that I've been teasing and I've been telling y'all. it is an experimental phase, that it isn't just, I don't know, wacky effects and 50 things. It's not just the aesthetic, it's just the story
Mm-hmm.
telling and the new characters that will be bringing, both allies and the evil villains coming in, which I think
Okay.
Mephisto's gonna be one of them. And then who else?
I don't know, man.
It's
I
just
guess
very
we're gonna
cosmic that I
start
just feel like,
finding out.
yes, this
But
isn't otra cosa, this isn't like como que robot type of baddie. It's not like Ultron's like, oh yeah, evil robot. Now it's like mystical.
yeah, because they've opened up their world to
Es
stuff
como
like
que,
this.
oh, this isn't like a force. No, this has levels to this, bro. This isn't your next generation Tony Stark tech. No, this is some next worldly shit that's happening, and we need to figure out.
I'm gonna be honest. I agree with that, but I love that. I was gonna say something in similar. Is that I love how in this show we get to hear Wu and all of them talk, like, saying, "Is this another reality? Is this another time period?" They said all these
Also,
things.
did the snap made this question mark? So by Thanos doing a snap, and then Hulk doing the deep leaping snap. ¿Qué le hizo? Now
And then wait, and then we have also Iron Man.
And then Iron Man
snapping all of the other guys.
You're doing
three snaps. Actually, four. If we want to count the original snap, Thanos destroying the stones.
True.
Then you have Hulk bringing everyone back, and then we have Iron Man taking away Thanos' army.
That's a lot of basically changing, cosmic events. Yeah. So, yeah, you're bound to have your universe kind of wrinkled and messed up porque something's afoot. And what is it?
It's interesting.
I don't know. I just love it.
There are some keywords that do say this. I'm probably gonna cover that with you guys at another moment, probably in the podcast episode. Yeah. Maybe we'll do another one. I don't know, because there's a lot to unfold here. Because we have that Wu's like note taking in the whiteboard. We have the hexagon question, which I've been asking. There's a lot of hexagons, man. We don't know why yet. And Wu notices, like, why hexagons?
Why hexagon? What is this? What the fuck? AIM? Question mark?
I don't fucking think it's.
Yeah, there's a trivia on IMDb saying, "Oh yeah, AIM." I'm like,
I don't think it's AIM.
I mean,
I'm gonna be honest.
I mean, yikes, dude. Okay, so you're putting another entity. Oh, más allá de sword. Oh God.
Yeah, I don't think it's AIM though. But I do like that now, thanks to Marvel's like taking their time for the storytelling. They've opened up this and to end it here, it's thanks to like their patience and their dedication and their storytelling. They have been able to have conversations between characters that they didn't think that different dimension is a thing, or that time travel was a thing. Like Wu says this without a doubt in his breath. And I love that. I love how they've opened up the possibility to anything at this point. This is why it's so hard to speculate on this. This is why I'm clinging so much to Mephisto, because it's the only thing that makes sense. But at the end of the day, this could be anything. This could literally be
I love the fact that there's no clear answer. And I think that's the beauty of just like Marvel as like a storyteller. Because like, yeah, there were some movies that are just very basic shit that's going to happen. But I think this one is like seal tight. You think this is one way.
You don't know what's going to happen.
The next episode, because it's going to debunk whatever the fuck you were telling 3 days ago, 4 days ago, or even today, like 10 hours ago.
Yeah.
It's algo chévere, because it's like, oh, wait, espérate. So now it took a different twist. And it makes even more sense, because then you're just kind of seeing the magic of just like, hey, this isn't your ordinary, one-to-one cover of a comic. This is like, hey, we took inspiration, we looked at everything, we're making our own, and
yeah, that's what I love about the MCU, honestly, overall. But again, this is more of like a speculating kind of episode. There's too much for us to be able to like hint at or speculate or theorize, my bad, in the future. So next episode for sure is the Halloween episode. That's what's gonna crack everything open. I don't know what's gonna happen. So hopefully, you guys stick along this ride with us, and hopefully you enjoy. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you like the content. We have episodes now reviewing trailers, and hopefully in a not so distant future, we will be reviewing movies as well. So yes, if you like that kind of content, if you like three geeks, nerds, whatever the fuck we are, talking about stuff like this, make sure to leave a like, comment on any other topics you want us to cover, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell notification icon. Thank you so much, and as always, we'll see you in the next one. Bye.